All right, Lynn, it's all yours.
Okay, thanks. All right, well, we chose the seven C's as our title tonight because it's very significant with the imaging of our title page, which is each presentation that we do, we use this title page because for me, I think, well, for Mike and I, this reflects Max entirely. It has the globe that Mike, sorry, that Max is represented globally, and the seven seas in the back with the oceans and the earth and everywhere that Max is at. So next slide, please.
Done.
So this is the seven C's of business, but the reason why I picked these images is because it really truly represents Max wholly. The top image, like I say, that's what represents Max globally, internationally. And the heart with the globe in the center, I find that is it's homage to to Max International because it's together, everybody working together to accomplish the same goal, and which is to become the diamonds. But um, the reason I chose the seven C's is because who remembers the song Sweet Dreams by the Eurythmics? I'm sure well, my generation would know this song, but when I hear this song, I always turn up the volume because it really makes me think of Max. Yes, Jasmine would know and she probably would dance to this as well. But, it makes me think of Max every single time because of what the lyrics are saying. And why? Because it really covers the basic encounters of what we face in life. So if we say the lyrics, it's like sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree? Travel the world in the seven seas. Everybody's looking for something, right? So, but everyone has a different dream. And in whatever interpretation of the value in life of what the different idea of how they want to achieve that goal or take that path. So we know that the world is huge, it's large, and there's so much to be explored. There is a lot to be explored because Mike and I, we choose to work with anyone who wants to hear about Max. Max is everywhere, and we just have to talk about it. And now with Larry's tools that he just introduced us to, God, this is like giving candy to a baby here. It is so simplified and so easy to implement into your everyday schedule towards your Max business. So with this song, everyone has something that they're chasing, and which is what? It's the diamonds. It's to attain the diamonds, yes, or to attain a different diamond position, to attain a pin level position, and to become presenters, to create presenters. There's so much, but this song in all is a search for fulfillment and the sweet dreams that motivate people's lives and keeping the drive that makes people's dream a reality, right? So a little bit to tell you about us is that Mike and I, our profession is network marketing. We've been in network marketing for the past 26 years. We started in 1997. And prior to that, yes, we were in the franchise business, but we chose to do network marketing back in 1997. And we only did that part-time at the time. But when we were introduced to Max, we knew the value of this business. We knew what it did for me. We knew what it did for significant people in our lives. And we know what the potential of what this business could do to many people and their families. So it was March 14th, 2007 is when we joined and we started working it full time. And we'll be celebrating 17 years actually this March. And this post here is like, to all those who really complain that the burger in advertising looks so much better than in reality, which it is true. What you see in the posters, what you see advertised, and what is available on a menu, it looks so delicious as this juicy, nice burger to eat. But yet, when you receive one on your plate, it's one little tiny little thing, and it's not half as good looking as it is. But that's just to show you that the image or the next slide, please, Mace, is that is not about what you see, it's how you portray it. And so this this post here is really to what matters most in how you see yourself. Most of you see yourselves as this small cat, and I absolutely love this picture because what you see may be the cat, but your reflection of what other people see of you is actually the lion. They see your potential, they see your value, they see that you are more than enough, and you do make a difference in other people's lives, and that you are available to make a difference in someone's life and create value. But you know, it's not who you think that you are that's holding you back. It's what you think that you're not. And so I think we need to change that perception and, give yourself a better version of yourself. Next slide. Now, Mike is going to have his turn right now because he is going to explain and focus on another 7 C's. And that is really what's critical to our Max business, and no better with his energy and enthusiasm on how he does business and how he explains the business to prospects online, or just to individuals who are interested in learning about a business and our fabulous products. Mike, it's all yours.
Thank you, honey. First of all, I want to say thanks and thank you to all of you that are on the call, that are listening to this. Our goal tonight, I'm going to do this in about 15 minutes. Our goal is to share with you the 7 C's that we've been using for the last, 26 years of our life, but mainly even before. And so the first one is connection. And I got to tell you, there's 2 kinds. The first one is social media on a daily basis. And I got to tell you, I wish Janet Moriano would be on this call, because I follow her and I tell you, she does some amazing posts, and it's sad that, but please tell her that I mentioned her name. She does awesome work on social media, and I want to make sure that she adds something to it that Lynne and I have been doing for about 3 months, and it's been really, really working hard. And that's a call to action to every social media. And if you don't believe me, you can go on my handle, Boss Mike Lebrun, on TikTok that I just started on January 1st. And I'm going to tell you right now, I have below 300 followers. But let me tell you, I've got videos that go excess of 2,000 views, 18 prospects in less than 3 days. And the video, when you take a look at it, this is what's really cool. It has nothing to do with Max, has nothing to do with the business or the product, has nothing to do with Mike Lebrun or Lynne Lebrun, has nothing to do with Larry Lowe or Bobby Horn. It has to do because we celebrated Lynne's birthday on the 1st of February, and I took a video of a brand new hotel near the Casino Lac Lemay. And attached to the video, I said, hey, listen, we're just here celebrating my wife's birthday. We're continuing. This is day 2. I want to tell you this, the sight of this beautiful city, and it went for less than 30 seconds. And within 24 hours, because of the call to action, go read what I said. I'm not gonna spill the beans. I want you to go see it. But that's one thing. The other thing is social media groups. See, we're not a CIA agent. We're not a secret agent. We need to tell the world. And these videos that Larry Lowe just shared with us, Lynne and I feel very fortunate. The company asked us to do this presentation. It was early this week for Asia. There was 150 people on that call. We did it for Ghana, about 50 people, and about 50 people here in North America. But I got to tell you, the amount of people that tell me that they're doing social media groups, but what we've added, Lynne and I, to the groups is, again, a call to action. Now, we've never been thrown out to any groups because we bring value to the group, but we also bring a call to action to everything that we do. In every photo, everything. When people ask me, what do you do for a living? We don't tell them we're network marketers. We just tell them, this is what we tell them, call to action. And if you want to see it, go see my social media. You will see what I mean. And again, I'm going to tell you this, the secret why Lynne and I have been sponsoring so many people is you have to cultivate that relationship sometimes 2 and 3 and 4 times before you even start talking about Max. But I'm going to say a lot of times, people just come back to us and say, listen, what exactly do you do? Now, if it's a product video, a testimonial, I'm going to get that in a few minutes. It is incredible when people come back to you and say, wow, this is incredible. And some of you that are following our leaders in Ecuador, you'll see that they do a lot of videos with ATP infused with a Lynne, what is this? Not a pineapple. It's a what? Coconut, right?
Yes.
Coconut. And let me tell you, if you start doing that too, you're going to have a lot of people asking, What is it? Larry, you saw the videos. We sent them all to you. They're amazing, okay? We've probably gotten all those videos. I'm gonna say low 40 to 50 customers just on those videos alone. Have a sense of belonging and understanding to the group, and that's because you bring value to the social media. And now collaboration is very easy. This is encouraging your team to shared responsibility, because I got to tell you, everybody in your team has something that they're better than you are. And if you can collectively take that all together, it's okay, you're good at this, you're good at this, you're doing this. I'm telling you, your business is going to thrive. And it's not going to be overnight, but it's going to be over time, okay? So if you establish clear goals with your team, it's going to happen. It's not going to happen, again, not happen overnight, but it's going to happen over time. And then again, the environment that values and rewards. I love to go and eat supper. So we do a lot of promotions, Lynn and I, because we love to take out people for supper. So we put a lot of promotions in forward. This year we've already been in Ecuador. We've already been in Dominican Republic. We're going to be in Colombia. We're going to be in Ecuador again 2 or 3 times this year. We're going to be in Norway. We're going to be in Dominican Republic, Las Vegas, and also Florida. So we travel a lot. I just renewed my passport, and the girl said, wow, this is the first time that I see 100 stamps in less than 8 years. So we've flown a lot. And that reason that we've flown a lot is if you stay consistent, you're going to be building teams worldwide. And I got to tell you, COVID made us to what we are today. It's easy to jump on a webinar. Ask John Hobbs, ask Sue Giroux, because these are people I work with on a daily basis. It's easy to get on a webinar. You sit down, you do your webinar, you close it off, and then you do your daily things. The meeting before the meeting and the meeting after the meeting, Joe Wojcicki will tell you, that is the most important piece. So still, if you have a chance to go see people face to face, as Eric Worre said, it's all starting back again. But I'm going to tell you, I don't see myself doing meetings every other week or even once a month. It's going to be probably in a quarter when we do them, or a couple of times a year. People are still saying to us, hey, Mike, when are we going to have our Christmas party? Hold on, it's not there yet, okay? But guess what? Set clear and regular schedule of your routine to do your max business every single day. A teacher told me many, many years ago, plan your night the day before. Ensure a consistent brand image and messaging. It's not about Max, but it's about living your life. And though some of you might say, okay, I don't put anything personal, that's okay. But if you truly want to do, you want to be, look at Eric Worre. Look at the post that he does. Look at, what's his name? John C. Maxwell. Look at Les Brown. Look at, my favorite, Fraser Brook. I follow him now. I listen to something about Fraser every single day, sometimes 2 and 3 times a day. Why? Because he's the closest to what I'm at. Energetic, consistent, always new technology, always telling you, like, right in your face, this is what you got to do. There's no mistakes. I think it's because it was embedded into him because he was so young when his parents were doing network marketing. So strive for improvement while maintaining stability. And sometimes that is hard, folks. Okay, I'm going to tell you right now, for me, that was one of the hardest thing to do, because when you start having success, guess what happens? You say to yourself, oh, I don't know, man, can I do both at the same time? Yes, you can. So demonstrate commitment to long-term goals through steady progress. Either it's social media, either it's Zoom training or presentation. I'm always pushing the team to do more presentations and more trainings over the phone, over Zoom. I apologize. Monday we had Joe Wojcicki on our leadership call for Latin America, and he said it best. He says, you know what? He says, COVID made us strong. Where we are weak is we have to really take ourselves and say, listen, these webinars don't cost anything. Do more webinars, do more trainings, and that's what the team is doing. Communications, I'm going to tell you, there's a couple things. Is listen to feedback. Every time that Joe Wojcicki used to come, he's going to start back, but used to come once a year to our Christmas party regional event. And every time he would be there with either Larry Lowe or Jim Stravaglia or Bob Kalin, I say, guys, while these 2 days you're here, I want feedback on the presentation. I want feedback from all the speakers. I want feedback from everybody, because that's the only way you're going to grow, is get the bad and the good and the ugly, so that you could become the best version of yourself. So have clear ideas, goals, and expectations of whatever you want to do with Max International. But you got to have them in front of you. Ensure your messages are understood and interpreted very clearly. You know, WhatsApp, I love that the people that interact with us, you know, I get up in the morning and sometimes, you know, I'll get one of my leaders to say, oh my God, Mike, I had 500, I had 150 WhatsApp this morning. I don't know how I'm going to go through all the messages. And I say to him, I said, Dennis, I said, are you bragging or complaining? I said, I want you to get 1,000. That's it. The more your business is going to grow. Number 5, credibility. Uphold a strong and trustworthy reputation in your organization. See, folks, I'm going to tell you that on Facebook, if you take a look at all the leaders, I'm going to say except Ray Higdon, no, God, religion, COVID-19, politics, especially if you live in the US, right, Larry? Do not put that on your Facebook, okay? You know, this is about you and building a legacy company. That's why we called our team Elite Team Global Legacy, because we love to build legacy companies with people. So demonstrate expertise and competence consistently if you're going to do a live every 2 to 3 days. See, what I love about social media now is a lot of you, will share things, will say comments on my reels. But remember, I only do one video every morning and I put them all across. People think I've done 5, 6, 7 reels a day. And now I'm going to tell you that for me to learn something, it's hard. I don't know if you've ever been there, but for somebody to teach me something and I don't understand, sometimes it'll take me 2 to 3 times to remember. But now I can do all my posts for the week on a Monday morning, and I have all my posts coming out on Facebook every single day, different times. I love that. That's what I love about Facebook. Okay, so deliver on promises and commitment without fail. Remember that. And then get interviews. This is the big thing. Okay, I love that we have so many interviews about testimonials from associates and customers. I'm going to tell you, I have a lot more every time we go to Ecuador or to now we're going to start going more and more to Colombia. Is we always take, because we got some really good recording equipment, but we always do at least, I don't know, 20 to 30 interviews with associates and customers. And it's phenomenal because then we put it on our website and it's there for life and people use it. And some of them have 2,000 views, 3,000 views, 4,000 views. It's very incredible. I find that the Spanish are more taken with testimonials and for customers and associates than even English people. Like they really just swallow and gobble all of those incredible information. Ethically and transparently build and maintain trust with everybody. It's your customers. And please don't ever forget to ask for referrals. Referrals sometimes are forgotten or not understood. That is one of the most powerful ways to build your business. Number 6, coaching. Coaching is not only for you, but for your team, but not only for your team, but for your people's team. Remember the guidance and support for your team members. And sometimes it's hard to say something negative or even bad to somebody that they did, but it's better to do it early than late because you want them to be the best that they can be. You want to get the best version out of everybody. Tell them the truth right away. If they did something wrong or they need to improve somebody, always remember this. This comes from Les Brown. Say 3 nice things that they've done and put them and tell them 1 thing that they can improve. 3 nice things they can do that they've done good and 1 thing that they can improve. Not about being negative, it's about being constructive. Encourage continuous learning and skill development. I'm going to tell you this again. Ray Higdon, Les Brown, Tony Robbins, Eric Worre, Eileen Audrey Wilder, John C. Maxwell, Fraser Brooks. That's just some of the people that I follow. And I got to tell you, folks, that if you can get 1 or 2 things from every one of these leaders, and very often I will buy the recordings and I will listen to the recording over and over. I've got everything from Eric Worre, but I also have everything from Ray Higdon, every one of them. Okay. Offer, again, I already said that. And then the last 2 is share your knowledge and expertise generously with your network. Now, the beautiful thing is, and I want you to really hear this, Larry Lowe is, I'm going to say, an incredible man. Like I said, Lynn and I, we've done 2 calls with him this week. This is the 3rd call. And we did a 4th call yesterday. He took an hour and a half of his time, and he shared with me some, Joe, you have to close your ears on this one because I don't know if he was supposed to show. He showed me a lot of things that he said, Mike, this is what's coming up. I said, this is amazing, Larry. And then he told me about this weight loss calendar or something like that. I'm not going to get into it. And he showed it to me. Okay, I said, stop right there, Larry. I said, well, you got to get on my call on Monday, and you're going to be the speaker. you need to share this, you need to share that. And then he said, okay. I said, yeah, that's true, but it's gonna be midnight. So Mike, I'm up. Don't worry about it. So I'm talking about, very generous person to help you coach every step of the way. I'm telling you, I had some questions about the affiliate site. I had some questions about the videos. He said, Mike, this is where you download it. Again, sometimes it takes me 2 or 3 times to learn it, but once I've learned it, watch out, I can teach it. Have a culture of mentorship, love, and mutual growth. All right. You also have to grow. The last one is community, and to me is the most important. And I don't think that I would have this much capability in talking about this section. It's only because Ann Turnbull really drove it into me for many, many years, because if it wouldn't be for her, I don't know. I'm going to talk about our team. I don't know if a lot of our teams would be doing these mentorship programs with Eric Warrior now. She drove it into me, Mike, you got to follow this guy, got to follow this guy. And because of that, I'm following Fraser Brooks, which to me, he's my number one. I'm starting to even like Fraser even more than Eric. I like them both, but Fraser is he's just kind of my guy, my style. So have a sense of belonging and shared identity. Name your team. I'm telling you, name your team. Have whatever you want to name your team, so people want to belong to you, folks. Okay, I don't know how many team names we've got in our team, but I know we've got many. And I'm going to say it's probably 24 names. And then encourage members to actively participate and contribute, especially if you're doing an event. Okay, we have so many events going on right now, online and offline. My agenda is full for the month of February and March. All right, so like right now, we've got 32 events that is happening in the next 2 months. Just amazing what's happening here. Organize and participate in community events. And I'm going to tell you, folks, that this is really nice because you're building a relationship in your community. Again, if Janet would have been here, I see her often doing that. I love that lady. She is just max all the way. Support and celebrate your achievements on your team members. Hey, Lynn and I do that every other week with somebody in our team in Ottawa, in Toronto, in Montreal. We're doing an event in Montreal on Saturday. No, not an event, but with a couple of people that are doing tremendously well. So it's really, really awesome. And the last one is have a positive and inclusive atmosphere within your community. I take a look at what we've done as a company in the last 2.5 years with COVID and everything else. I say we are so lucky and blessed to have Joe Wojcik at the helm and everybody that's put all of this together. I want to say on my part, thank you. And Lynn, thank you for having us. Larry and Jenny and Joe. And Lynn, back at you so you can close this.
Well, thank you, Mike. Great job. Now become the best version of yourself. We're often asked, what does it mean to be the best version of yourself? Well, it's being the best version of yourself actually means to be living authentically. Be authentic with yourself and with the people around you. Be your best self. That means you mean to stay true to yourself and to your values. And with Max, it's very, very important. But you also need to make sure that you're doing what brings you a sense of happiness, the purpose, and the meaning of what you want to do and the people around you and what your team. And of course, with Max International, and be authentic about the products. Don't BS the stuff. Don't enhance what isn't. Be true. The facts are there. The PowerPoints are there. Larry went out of his way to make sure that we have the tools. And like he says, there is no BS about what is there. What is posted and what is said are all true. So thank you so much for having us, Larry and Jenny and Bobby. And we're very happy to have been here tonight with you all.